Stay here for a lifetime underneath the moonlight. Cause I don't want us to go. No, I don't want us to go. Yeah, you could be my lifeline, you could be my sunshine. In a world so full of pain, can you make it go away? Used to be so sad that love was lost, but now it's here to stay. Yeah, I used to be uncomfortable, but look at me today. Never thought I'd find someone like you, someone to show the way. But now I know you're the answer to my prayer. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I'm sorry for the burden, sorry I was hurting, but my scars are almost healed. Yeah, my scars are almost healed. Yeah, I'm feeling like a child now. Everything's alright now, and it's all because of you. You made the flower in me bloom. Used to be afraid of everything, but now there's no more fear. Yeah, I used to let nobody in and hide my face with tears. Always thought of you as someone who can love someone like me, but I was wrong, baby. Now I believe. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me,
You and me, you and me, you and me. Hey, 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 3, 2, 1. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Danae Show. I am Danielle Danea, aka Danae, and I've got a lot to say. So let's get into it. Melyssa Ford says feminism is the reason men can ask a chick or woman to go 50-50. Let's talk about it. So, I mean, she's right. She's right. And if you guys don't know who Melyssa Ford is, I'll give you a brief little backstory on her. Melyssa Ford is was a very known video vixen. She was in all the big music videos. She got discovered by someone I know very well, Director X. He discovered her, big time video Director X. He saw her she was working at a bar, apparently. I looked her up briefly before the show. And she started booking music video after music video after music video. She became like a household name. And now she is in her late 40s, I think. And now she's a co-host on the Joe Budden show. You guys know who Joe Budden is, or if you don't, Joe Budden is a rapper, a former rapper, and now has a big podcast. So they co-host that together. It's interesting that she made this statement because a lot of people would think that she is a feminist. You know, she made her own money, made her own way, got her own fame, and was successful. And a lot of women in that situation, say they don't need a man because they're making all this money and have all this success. But so I guess someone called her a feminist. Let me read the exact post she posted. She said, "I saw someone call me a feminist. Feminism is the reason y'all can ask a chick to go 50-50 on the Cheesecake Factory." So it must have been, I'm assuming it's a man, based on the context, a man called her a feminist. So she responded with this. It's so funny. I saw in the comments when this was posted, the responses when this was posted, and people are like, dang, the Cheesecake Factory gets all this negative energy for no reason, all this negative smoke for no reason. It's like, dang, like the Cheesecake Factory is not as bad as people make it seem. Like, I don't know. I like the Cheesecake Factory, and a lot of people I know like it. I don't know. I do think the quality is not that bad, but so is McDonald's, and it doesn't get this type of smoke. So is, let's see, a sit-in restaurant. That's actually a restaurant. Cheesecake Factory. What's another one that people tend to go to a lot? Dang, I can't think of one right now. Or like Ruby Tuesday. I don't know if y'all have that out here. I haven't seen one out here. Maybe I have. I don't remember. But Applebee's. I don't know. Well, Applebee's does kind of get smoked, but Cheesecake Factory is a way worse. And it's just like, what the heck? Like, why? I don't get, did something specifically happen at the Cheesecake Factory to get all these people riled up? But anyway, beside the point. All this freedom, all this feminist-ish bull crap that has been forced onto us for years. And again, if you go back to my other episodes, I break down each wave of feminism. People in the comments were also saying that feminism is just your right to vote. It was your right to work. Initially, yes, that's what it started to be like. Initially, that's what it started as. But then as the years went by, it turned into a complete independence from men. It became sexual liberation. It became all these things that are not empowering to women at all and actually hurt the dating market. Like she says, men are looking at this new movement, this new wave of feminism, and they're just like, we're good. Like, these women, again, are so adamant about being independent and paying their own bills. I never hear, pardon me, I can't hear enough of women talking about, I pay my own bills, I make my own money. Okay, I made a post. It's like, okay, you have your own bills. The real flex, if you have your bills and you have somebody else paying for all of them, that's the real flex. Because when does that happen? Rarely does that happen. It used to happen all the time. But again, now these new waves have caused men to back off. Like, it's like, okay, you got it. Like, it's nice for them to offer to go half on you guys on a date because y'all say that y'all want it all. It's so crazy how pick and choosy a lot of feminists want to be, and people that just spew out this rhetoric. It's crazy. It's like they say I pay my own bills when it comes to their house, but want a man to pay for their dinner. And it's just like, and again, it's understandable if you don't like lead with that, right? Obviously, if a man asks you on a date, I think he should pay. There's no pushback there. But when you demand it, command it, have this nasty attitude in the beginning of the date, the guy can't even get a decent conversation in, that's where the problem stems from. That's where the problem stems from. Because most men don't mind paying real men. There are, again, real good men. There ain't SHIT men out there. Obviously, I'm talking about decent men. They are willing to pay the whole bill if you are a decent human being. If they like you, if you're likable on the date, they have absolutely no problem, especially if they asked you on the date. Now, this is a whole different scenario if you ask the man on the date and then expect him to pay for the whole date. Again, I kind of think he should pay because that's just what men do. But he's in that instance, he's for sure not obligated to. You initiated a date, you should be prepared to pay. At least half, if not the whole thing. But when a man asks you on a date, obviously he's showing interest in you. But in person, trust me, I have had my share of people that I thought were great initially. And then when we actually sat down and had dinner, I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm never seeing you again. Men feel that way too, you know? And if you're being disgusting, if you're talking about how much money you make and you don't really need a man, but are sitting on a date, it's just like, it seems like you want a man though. It's like you saying like, I don't need one though. Like, I just want you to stand beside me as a trophy partner in life. It's like, that turns a man off. The man is going to suggest 50-50 when you say things like that. So many women don't realize how toxic and ugly they come across. That's something I said the other day to a fellow colleague. I was like, you don't realize how ugly your behavior is. You don't. And I'm trying to help you and break it down for you because I care about you. I actually think you have very good qualities. But the way you carry yourself, the way you treat others, the selfishness, your tone, it doesn't make anybody want to see those other qualities. And again, all these are lessons I also had to learn, guys. I am no saint. I talk about all the time where I had to learn how to communicate to people and how, you know, things can be seen offensive to a man that may not be offensive to me or to my girlfriends or to even another male friend. I have to be mindful of what I say and how I say it. And so many women out here aren't self-aware, and it's a problem at their big age. These are not, well, some of them are 21, but these are also people that are Melyssa Ford's age, 40 and up. And that's crazy. You should be very self-aware at that age. So yeah, feminism, she's right. Feminism has hurt the dating world. And I also looked up at Melyssa Ford. She's never been married. I don't know if she had any high-profile relationships, boyfriend early on when she was in her prime, when she was lit doing all the music videos. But she never got married. And you know, that's also very telling. It's like, yeah, you're speaking facts, girl, but it's when you're 48. It's so crazy that a lot of women don't get this until they hit the wall. And I am doing my show for these young girls out here to get it as early as possible. I always say, I thank God I got this at 25 versus 45. Because at 45, I'm never going to look as good as I did right now. As I do right now. You got to get this when you're most desirable towards men. If you want a decent man, if you want a pookie, if you want to grow up and make your own money and be independent, or have a trophy husband that is just cute but doesn't offer anything valuable really to the relationships other than their looks, then shout out to you. Continue on being toxic. But this is for these young women out here that are struggling to find men. You got to look at the way you're carrying yourself. Are you that type of girl that goes around saying, I'm independent, I make my own money, men aren't shit? And again, even if you don't specifically say that, your attitude says it sometimes. Again, mannerism, facial expressions, habits, men pick up on stuff like that immediately. Immediately. And again, things we think aren't a big deal, things we don't realize that we do, they realize it in an instant. But some women are good enough at hiding those things, and not just long enough for the man to like you. He starts investing in you. He's doing all these things. And then they switch it up. And the guy is like, what the heck happened? But most women, they show the red flags initially. It's just also a lot of men get fazed by a woman's beauty. And that's probably what happened to Melyssa Ford. I don't know for sure, so don't hound me. But she probably had very toxic behavior in her prime when she was doing all these music videos. And guys gave her a pass because she was so beautiful. But then when they realized, it wasn't worth settling down with, they dipped. It wasn't worth being around long term, because I'm telling you, guys will be fazed by your beauty in the initial phases, but if you're toxic enough, you become ugly on the outside and they are gone. They are gone. Who wants to spend the rest of their life with that, no matter how good looking you are? When you wake up, you're not that cute. When they wake up next to you in the bed, when all the makeup is off and your hair isn't done, it's in your bonnet, it's a little kinky, the guy is going to see you for what you really are. And if you're not beautiful on the inside as well, they'll find somebody who is. So it'd be so interesting to see the man who called her a feminist, if he's super, in his masculine, or is he a pookie that just was trying to trigger her? But yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of Melyssa on the Joe Budden podcast, and she doesn't give feminist to me. But yeah, I haven't watched enough. I will say that. And again, some women are good at hiding it. Some women say stuff that makes a bunch of sense, like she does right now, and then say something completely stupid after. Completely, say something that a feminist would. And then it's like, oh, okay, there it is. That's why he called you a feminist. Oh God, feminism is killing us. It really is. So interesting. You guys know I work for Nordstrom, and I speak to my stylists on set. I have different ones depending on the day, and a lot of them are female stylists, and all they can talk about is the dating struggle out here. But are talking about working. They gotta work to make this money to go on girls' trips and da da da. It's just like, a guy is seeing that. You're telling this to me, and I know you're telling to somebody you're laying up with or trying to lay up with, and they're like, why would I entertain you any further when you want to be alone on your girls' trip? When you're more worried about going to work than making me a sandwich. That you're more worried about getting your nails done versus cooking for me. Cleaning for me. You add no value to my life. You do not make my life easier. So why would I make your life easier? That's the questions that are running through the men's minds. And if you can't, I'm telling you, if you can't answer any of the questions I just answered, and with valid reasons, not that, I'm gonna be a vibe around you. I'm gonna tell you I love you. I'm gonna kiss you. I'll give you sex. He can get sex from a prostitute. You gotta bring more to the table, girl. You gotta bring more to the freaking table. There was a time when sex was enough. Back in the day when prostitutes weren't basically giving their pussy up out for free. Excuse my French. It's so crazy. Like they'll ask for money and sometimes they won't. These hoes will take dick for free. But those times are long gone, people. I hate to say it, but they are. So you either got to be valuable up here, valuable with these, valuable here, or guys they could care less how beautiful you are, how funny you are, how successful you are. They really don't care about that. Especially a guy that is making way more than 6 figures. Do not care about how much money you make. I've said this time and time again. I don't need to repeat that point. You guys know how I feel about that, how I stand on that. Let me see if I can read more comments under this post, guys. Oh, someone said some of y'all are confused at the point she's making. So let's see if I can break it down simply. Yes, as some of y'all have mentioned, feminism is the reason a woman can vote, work, and etc. Feminism is also the reason men get to ask women to go 50-50. The independence and equity that women fight to secure through feminism gives men the audacity to ask women to financially support their relationship as an equal to. So Melyssa is correct. The more important issue is who cares? Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's the more important issue is who cares, because obviously these bent out of shape women do. Obviously the women who are on set with me, the stylists that are obsessed with me, are on set with me care. Bunch of women are over here but hurt that men don't want them, and they don't realize this is the reason. Somebody said, anybody else tired of the same conversations? Yeah, but there's no results. So it's like we still gotta have them. Y'all still complaining. But you guys know I'm all for, I prefer action solutions over constantly talking about a problem. But, it makes for good content. And I don't know, I think Melyssa saw this as a way of, creating some content. Maybe she'll go on the Joe Budden podcast and speak about this with Joe and his other co-host. So, I feel you, but I don't at the same time. Someone said Cheesecake Factory. Now, why am I in it? In quotation marks. Facts. I'm like, it is so funny. My ex-boyfriend and I, we went to the Cheesecake Factory not that long ago, and it stays busy over there. They're not missing any customers over there. Not that I've seen. If they are, this is still busy for them. They're doing good. So, but it's crazy that their names get thrown into these conversations all the time. I'd feel some type of way too. I'd feel some type of way if I was Cheesecake Factory, but maybe they don't care because, like I said, they're getting. Maybe it's free publicity and people are coming regardless, even if it's put in a negative light. Someone said 50-50 at Cheesecake Factory is diabolical. Cancel that man immediately. It's so funny that people make the argument like any man that goes to a cheap place to get food or a cheaper place than other places to get food, they ask you to go half, they're a problem. But I don't know. I think you got to look at the situation. You got to look at how the date went. Like I said, if the girl was ugly and she was hinting at paying the bill and talking about her money and how she can provide for herself, I don't know if it's that. I don't know if you should cancel that man. Maybe he was just doing what she basically asked him to do, Some people misunderstand feminism as hating men. It's not a misunderstanding. These women say they do not like men out of their mouths. They say they hate men. They do not like them. There are people that were protesting, saying they hate men when the whole, when Trump didn't want, women to have abortions as much as they did, So it's not a misunderstanding. It's what is happening. People are saying, dang, everybody's missing the point. They're bent out of shape. Yeah, people are so led by their emotions. They don't think about context and logic. And it just gets shot in one ear and out the other. Someone said we can go to the Cheesecake Factory, but I ain't spitting the ball. Anyways, okay, these comments, they're basically, all the things I covered. People talking about the feminism initially was or feminism is the reason you can vote, get a credit card, or buy a house, all of that. Before that, you had to get that with a man, and that's facts. But you guys know me. I don't even think women should vote. I really don't. Like, I don't get why women are so desperate to vote. Because they always vote because of how they feel about a candidate versus what they actually are planning to do when they get in office. If you sat and asked a woman, why are you voting for this person? They couldn't list one policy for you, typically. They couldn't list 3. And who wants to, it's like, it's a hassle. Who wants to go and wait in that line? I'm like, I'd rather sit at home, have my man go out, vote for us, honey, while I'm at home chilling. It's like y'all want to struggle. It's so backwards. It's so weird to us conservatives over here. We're like, I don't want to buy a house on my own. I'd rather my man buy it for me. The heck, how much time and effort goes into behind buying a house, all the paperwork. I'd rather leave that all to him. It's only a problem if that man is toxic, which you shouldn't be associated with that man anyways. Right? If he is so toxic, if he has complete control over you where you can't sneeze without him, getting his approval first. I'm using extremes here. This doesn't happen, but women love to use extremes to try to prove a point. Then it's like, you're the problem if you're entertaining that type of man. But most men that are buying a house for you to live in and raise your family are good, decent men. Maybe they have a few flaws. We all do. It's so crazy how we call men toxic for maybe leaving clothes on the floor around the house. I know that used to irritate me all the time, but again, he had so many other good qualities. The guy I'm talking about, my ex, he had so many other good qualities. I looked over, him leaving clothes on the floor. Men do that. I just gotta pick him up and go walk 10 steps and I'm at the hamper. And then I do the laundry and then it is what it is. That's not toxic. That's just men being men. The fact that we call men being men toxic is crazy. Men doing what men are supposed to do is crazy. And making it seem like they're so crazy for providing for us, getting a credit card. You women know y'all spend money unnecessarily. I know I do. I just dropped $200 on something I had no business dropping $200 for, but we're impulsive. It's just like we got to. Men are logical. They think deeply about something before they just do it. And that's great. You won't go broke with the right men around you. Like, any argument against what she said can get debunked so easily. These comments are very telling to her point. So yeah, I would hate to be a feminist. I would hate to be a feminist in today's world. I would hate it. Because times are hard out here. Groceries are high. Rent is high. Got people, so many models I know, like I said, peers moving back to their hometowns because it's tough out here in Los Angeles. I thank God and I'm surprised at myself that I've lasted 7 years. It's tough, man. So yeah, I'd be complaining too about, men not being around and, not wanting to settle down. But again, you got to ask yourself, why is that? What are you doing to repel all these men around you at your big age? God is not that disrespectful, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, that he will send nothing but bad men to you. And the right man is never going to come along in your prime, in your good years. And he's not going to wait until you're 50 years old for a good man to come along. You are chasing them away. You are doing something that is a problem. I know we don't like to take accountability. I know we don't like to see ourselves as a problem ever, but truth hurts sometimes, okay? It hurts sometimes, people. And yeah, the way you are, the independence, the arrogance, the selfishness is why also men are over here asking women for 50-50 at the Cheesecake Factory. Because I'm thinking, when she said this, I was like, you gotta be an extra type of effed up for a guy to ask that, or entertain an extra effed up man for a guy to ask that. Because in my years of dating, I only had one guy ask me to go 50-50, and it's because he was broke. If he wasn't broke, he would have paid the whole meal. He told that to me. He was like, I'm just short on cash right now, and I really appreciate it. Can you chip in? And I was like, of course, because he paid for so many other meals 100%. He first date we went on, he paid for the whole meal, and I was like, oh yeah, I know times can be tough. It's okay. Yeah, I'll go 50-50. But y'all got men asking for 50-50 off the jump. Y'all got men asking for 50-50 on the first date. That is wild. That is wild. And I also initiated that date that he asked me to go 50-50 on. I was like, oh yeah, let's go here and go eat. He didn't ask me to come to the date and then ask for 50-50. Y'all got men doing that too. That is wild. That would have me sit back and be like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with me. Why did I choose this man? Or, yeah, this man ain't ish. Yeah, this man ain't ish. Or man, I'm not ish. So that's why he asked to go 50-50. I must have said something. Because initially it seemed like he was going to pay for the whole day, or else you wouldn't have gone on the date with him, right? If he gave off 50-50 vibes before you even got on the date, you would have been like, you would have known what was up and expected that to happen. But no, something happened during that sit down, them 30 minutes, 25, 20, 15 minutes that had him go like, cough up your credit card, cough up your debit card, cough up some cash, chip in. So, you're the problem. I know you don't want to hear that, but you're the problem. You're the problem. I'm talking to you. You're watching this. You're the problem. Okay? And, figure out the solution. I told you you got to figure it out for yourself in order for it to work. And I promise you will see a change in the men you attract and the men that, entertain you. Want to entertain you. They want to entertain you. So Melyssa is right. Feminism is the reason y'all can ask a chick to go 50-50 on the Cheesecake Factory. I would not want to be a feminist. Again, it's not a flex. And feminism isn't empowering. It's hindering you. It's the complete opposite. It's making you have less power. I'm telling you, when a man wants to do things for you, you know how powerful you have to be? For a man to want to provide for you, protect you all the time. You have to be of value for a man to do that. There were times when men would do that for women that weren't SHIT, and still men that do that. But again, those times are gone. Men are seeing social media, how women are acting. And on dates, they're seeing how women are acting. And they are done. they're like, no, we're only going to do this for women who are worth our time. Women will get a return on our investment. So, like I said, she's right. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, guys, please like this video. If you like this video, please comment always. I love to hear you guys' opinions. Subscribe if you haven't already. And turn that notification bell on so you don't miss an episode. And I will see you guys on the next one. Love you. Bye.
Aquel día el instinto nos decía que esa noche juntico no quería, que las ganas bebé nos quemaría, pero no fue así. Vamos lento, ya que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos a jugar. Ella sabe que quiero a mi mamacita. Ella también quiere que seamos felices. Ella, la que se apresura a la vueltica. Ella es sin timidez. Como la ves no le importa dónde y cuándo. De nada no he hecho, no soy el que la mando. Nunca lo seré, su carácter no es de niña, que la puede controlar cualquiera. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente. Vamos lento y verás. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente. Vamos lento y verás. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos. Los 7 días de la semana te doy de mañana y consejos sabes que no es. Te doy el desquite, que me quites todas esas ganas que te tengo